Hi Taurus, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of March 2025. What's coming in? Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Wow. I feel like you might be setting out on some kind of new adventure in March. Wow. And you may be communicating very directly or strongly about what fulfills you, what you want to work towards in your personal life, what you see as your purpose and what you see as your destiny. You may be having a lot of conversations about purpose and a lot of conversations about destiny and the difference between fate and destiny. So fate is when we don't necessarily take the reins of our life and we let things unfold, and they happen as they happen. And then destiny is when we take the reins and we steer our life in certain directions. And I know there's always things that you cannot control, but the things you can control are your own actions, like whether you get out of bed in the morning. So to a degree, we all control our actions towards our destiny. It's just how much action we take and what things end up delaying us. I heard I think it was a YouTube short the other day, and it said that humans' purpose on planet Earth is to overcome addictions, and I thought that was very poignant and accurate. And so if we can all work towards overcoming our addictions, we will move faster towards our goals and clearer in our purpose. And it may be that with figuring all these things out, you're feeling the lack of not being where you want to be, or at some point you're feeling that. Or there may be something, some kind of financial setback, or a decision to make over where you're going to put your finances. And that you may need to really have to sink into your faith over where the money's coming from for something specific. And that something specific, I feel, is to do with your divine purpose and your destiny. So don't worry about this decision, please. Ooh, luck is on your side. So Taurus, a lot of this is about having blind faith and really working around talking things into existence and talking to yourself as if those things have already happened is a really good technique to change your mindset and will it into happening. Is you can, there's something called the telephone technique, so you can have a conversation on the phone as if you're talking to someone and you're hearing them congratulate you over something, or you can also do it to help someone else along. You can imagine that a friend of yours who's looking for somewhere to live finds a place and they're phoning you to say, hey, I found this great place, or something like that. So try that one out. See how that works for you, and let me know in the comments if that's successful for you, or when that's successful for you. And yes, you might win something in March. You are lucky. And you may be really enjoying the independence that you have created thus far through there's some jobs that you've done. You may have more than one source of income, and there be maybe one source that has given you extra freedom or liberation from something in some way, and that might be connected to more than one person. There might be lots of different aspects to that situation. So I feel like in a practical way, on a doing way, in the flow of your life in March, it feels generally really good and lucky and connected to your purpose. Yet in your heart space, it's almost like you've got too much noise in your head, or there's something that you keep reflecting on that's connected to your ideal of romance, your ideal of settling down or not settling down, depending on on what your preference is. But the preference that you have in love and what that looks like, I feel that there's something that you're reflecting on, and you're looking at the things that bind you, or the things that when you look at them. So for example, if you're single, it would be like, and wanting to be in a relationship, it would be like, why am I still single? But it's deeper than that. It's not just asking that question why, it's looking at the things that are stopping you from being single, or the things that are stopping you from getting into a relationship, or and then analyzing those. So it's like a very analytical process that you are embarking on, and making a decision over. There's some conclusions that you'll come to in March that will change your outlook and trajectory, and I feel that you will be really consciously ending a cycle of that's connected to something to do with abandonment. So, and that can be a very, very deep and loud thing for many people. It's quite a common thing, and that could be, or it could be not deep. It could be very superficial. So that depends on your personal life circumstance and your trajectory and what you've experienced in childhood. That many people have just even the tiniest issues with abandonment, or feeling like someone's not showed up for them, or feeling left out, or that kind of thing. So you're really looking deeply into that to heal it and to not attract it anymore. So I feel like that's a really positive thing that that will ultimately change your destiny, because if you have healed that aspect of you and you're showing up for yourself fully, then there's no room for that abandonment. You won't be attracting anything to do with rejection. And even if someone did reject you, even if it was in business or in personal or whatever, you won't be affected in the same way. If you get rejected by someone, you'd be just like, oh, that's not the right person for me, or oh, that's their loss. And so it's strengthening that muscle. And feel like there's something to do with someone you're letting go of that's connected with that cycle closing out, that you're also letting go of the responsibility of it or that person. So that might be relevant to some of you as well. Oh, yeah, that maybe for quite a lot of you it's connected to a person, a very specific person who's maybe been sharing your journey, and that you have deep connection with. And there may be some decision to do with, or thoughts to do with travel around that person, or that person might be at a distance from you. I feel like there's a cycle closing out, and there's a really deep introspection about why you've decided to close that cycle. So let's try this again. So yeah, some things may feel clunky and awkward, but hey, that's being human for you, isn't it? And you're allowed to change your mind, Taurus. You're allowed to change your mind, especially because these things that we attach ourselves to, once we recognize their purpose or what they are changing in us, it allows us to detach, even if that feels uncomfortable. Wow, so definitely deep exploration in what makes you tick and what you want to surround yourself with in your life moving forwards, and in your relationships, in your love relationships, and in your friendships, and with your life purpose. So you may be looking at where in the world you want to make an impact, and that might mean where in the world you will make an impact with your work on the World Wide Web, or it might mean exploring the possibilities of moving somewhere abroad, foreign travel. Where in the world? That's a really cool card. I like it. Yeah, so where in the world, also where you feel emotionally pulled to. Where in the world lights you up? Where do you feel akin and comfortable, and what lifestyle do you desire to live? Are you leading the lifestyle that you desire to lead, Taurus? So yeah, asking yourself big questions. I mean, if you're totally content where you are, then you won't move, but maybe you're exploring the possibility of moving or living somewhere else. Maybe that's on the cards for you. Seek the truth. So it may be that you're in two minds about something in the month of March, and that you don't have all the answers, and so you're seeking the truth, you're seeking your own truth, you're seeking the truth within you, but also seeking other opinions from other like-minded people and hearing their perspectives on on connections, on how they handle things, and then reflecting on how you handle things. Explorative month for you, Taurus. So have a wonderful month of March.